What's the story, everybody? Team Chainblock here with yet another deck profile, and today I'm going to be profiling my Zombie World Synchro deck. Now, this is by no means the most optimal way to play Zombie World. Saying that, Zombie World is such a great card, and there's so much zombie support that you can do what you want with this deck. It has so much potential. The ceilings are so high that you can mix it with so many things. But let's get straight on into it and show the profile off. Starting off, best starter, biggest Ash and Imperm target, and Vader. Uni Zombie. Now, obviously, Uni Zombie is probably considered like the best starter for any zombie deck. Mill from your hand, mill from your deck, get your combos going, go into Hulk, all that stuff. But with the new zombie support that came out of Battle of Chaos, when Uni Zombie, if for whatever reason, or when more than likely Uni Zombie gets negated, you can just keep going. There's so much that this deck does now with the new support, which I think is so underrated that like the deck can keep on going. And got into the two ofs. We have two Mizuki, two Gozuki. So yeah, when you're playing some of these like Kazuki, with the new, as I said, with the new zombie support and Zombie Reborn, there's a lot of recursion. If you manage to mill a Kazuki and you have this in hand, what this card does is, and it's insane because with Monster Reborn, it is like 4 ways to bring back your zombie monsters. It banishes a zombie monster from your deck, from your deck with the same name, and then you summon the one from your graveyard, and that has great syncing with the next card, Chang-Chi, because when Chang-Chi is banished, you can banish a zombie monster from your graveyard and special summon it. So if you mill Chang-Chi with Uni Zombie, have Zombie Reborn in hand, use Zombie Reborn to banish the one from your deck, special summon the one in your graveyard, the one that you just banished will then activate, because when it's banished you can banish a zombie in grave to special summon it. So you could end up with these two on your board off one mill, or these three. Insane card. The other two ofs, UnderWorld Banshee, we all know how good this card is. It's splashed into other decks because Zombie World is so good, it shuts down a lot of stuff. Yeah, I was running that 3, but I constantly saw it, and 2 was enough because we are playing 3 Zombie World. The other two ofs are our hand traps. Ash Blossom, one of the best hand traps in the game. Ghost Bell, chose Ghost Bell because Ghost Bell is a zombie, Ash is a zombie, and when they are activated, they will trigger Doom King's effect to non-target and banish a monster, because that's what he does. Some of the other run-offs, Plague Spreader. Plague Spreader is a great card. You can get Plague Spreader back with Zombie Reborn after you use it a second time, with its recursion effect. Glow Boom. Glow Boom's great. When it goes to your graveyard, you can banish it to special summon a level 5 or higher zombie monster, or if Zombie World's on the field, or add it to your hand. So with Chang-Chi, prior to Battle of Chaos, you were just getting Doom King, but Chang-Chi is another great option to get to your hand, or special summon, because it also mills. The other run-offs, Jacob Boylan. Jacob Boylan's a great card. It's discard a zombie monster to special summon it. It has a recursion effect by banishing itself. It's also a level 7, which if you get your Uni Zombie back on, that is a Synchro level 10. The rest of the one-offs is Jet Synchron. Jet Synchron is unreal. I don't need to say anything about it. Al Ghul, when Al Ghul is banished, so if you say banish Al Ghul off Gozuki's or Chang-Chi's effect, when he's banished, you get to special summon him in defense mode, and you can reduce its level by 1 to make him 7, but the fact that he's a level 8 syncs up with a lot of stuff. Mad Mauler is a great card when it counts as Plague Spreader. When it is in your graveyard, you can special summon it by reducing a level 6 or higher zombie monster's effect by 2. It does lock you into zombies for the rest of the turn in terms of summoning, but that's not really an issue. And yeah, let's get into the spells. 3 Zombie World, obviously. It's what makes the world go round in this deck. 3 Zombie Reborn. Seen a lot of people playing this at 2, but I think this card is so good. I highly recommend playing that at 3. Some board breaking cards. Super Poly. Like, it's super poly. It gets rid of your opponent's boss monsters. It also discards to extend your plays with zombies. So yeah, we're going to the 2 ofs now. 2 Forbidden Droplet. Obviously it's one of the best going second cards in the game. It also discards your zombies. So yeah, syncs up great. Instant Fusion and Ready Fusion. If I had another Ready Fusion, I would play it. What you're going after with these cards is Alvain, the Essence of Vanity. So it's just a level 2 tuner, and with Doom King and a few other level 8s and potentially level 4s going into Immortal Dragon, it's amazing. It's really good. Your power 1-ofs, Foolish Burial, of course, Monster Reborn, and Call by the Grave. Insane cards, obviously. I was playing just prior, like, I mixed up my deck just before the event started, and I was playing a small Shiranui package, which you could. Everyone knows that Solitaire is great. But I chose to swap it out for 3 Rivalry and the 1 Monster Reborn, which was the correct decision. It was insane. Like, I play Eldritch, but I just didn't appreciate how good Rivalry would be in this deck. Let's go into your extra deck. Oh, side note, this deck can 100% very easily play the Sight Lock with Dagda and Wonder Magician. But I just wanted to do something funny and something different, so I chose not to do that, and you'll see what I did now. So we're going to the fusions first. Albion, Super Poly Target, Starving Venom, Dragon Necro Soul, great cards. Obviously when Zombie World is on the field, you can Super Poly any of your opponent's monsters. Going for Lynx, Christian Hockey Firebacks, get your plays going. Vampire Sucker. With Vampire Sucker and Formless Synchron, you'd be drawing 2 cards in your opponent's turn. You can draw into your hand traps or whatever you need. Like, it's insane. Link Rebo. Like, worst comes to worst, you go into Hulk with Uni Zombie and anything else. You summon off Hulk's effect, the Glow Bloom. Link Rebo that off. You will get the effect of Glow Bloom Graveyard to special summon or add a level 6 or higher zombie monster to your hand or summon it to your field. So yeah, it's insane. Yukioni, one of the few decks that can play this card. Like, this card is very good. Obviously you could play Boral Sword, Access, but yeah, it requires 2 or more zombie monsters. Anything that's banished is negated monsters. When your opponent special summons something from the graveyard, you can reduce its attack to 0, and then if you do, you negate its effects. Really good card, completely optional though. And there's so many synchros in this deck. But yeah, we'll get into the new zombie synchro stuff, which is insane. Red Eye Zombie Dragon Lord, insane. Level 10 synchro, quick effect, special summon a zombie monster from your graveyard. So obviously you can special summon something on your turn and your opponent's turn. Like, this card is unreal. If you special summon Felgrand's effect, when Felgrand is special summoned, it is a banish. It also is a negate for, like, it's insane. Immortal Dragon, like, you can send 1 zombie monster from your deck to your graveyard. It's great extension. Whatever you send, the level of this monster becomes the different in them 2 levels. So, like, yeah. Borderlands Savage, level 8s. Like, you can just spit out so many different levels. Formless Synchron for Hulk. Baron, this is your standards, like, card that you go into most of the time. You'd go into Baron off your Doom King and your Formless Synchron. And then some special tech, which is what I play instead of the side package, just because this deck can do so much, was Stardust Warrior and Jet Warrior. So Stardust Warrior requires a tuner synchro monster and a non-tuner synchro monster. So you would summon this off, say, your Borreload, and then obviously your Formless Synchron. With Red Eyes Zombie Dragon and your, like, quick summoning zombies and everything counting as a zombie, it is extremely easy to go into this card. So what this card does is you tribute for cost to negate a special summon of an opponent's monster, and in the end phase this card comes back. If this card is removed, and this is why I played it, if this card is removed by an opponent's card effect from the field, it will special summon this card. And I played this because my locals is full of branded Despia. So when this card is special, so basically they banish this with Merge Aid, this leaves the field, activates, special summon Jet Warrior. When Jet Warrior is summoned, it bounces something back to the hand, so you bounce the Merge Aid and avoid the nasty effects. So yeah, completely unnecessary, but this deck can do so much that I just fit it in. Side deck, Nibiru, Token Collector, Garmasil, Standard, Mind Control, and Change of Heart, just for stealing monsters. I thought it'd be funny. Didn't actually use it, but I still might. Some back row removal, Harpy Spreader Duster, Night Beam. I like to play and Red Review. I like to play a variety of back row removal. Night Beam came in clutch because obviously target a face down Spreader Trap, they cannot activate it, and that was just insane. I played 3 non-fusion area because I was so afraid of branded Despia, but I didn't need it with Rivalry and Zombie World on deck. So yeah, that is the deck profile. Zombie World Synchro. There's many ways to play this deck. This was just my funny variation. So yeah, thanks for watching. Keep an eye on the channel, subscribe, like, check out the links in the description, and we will see you next time. See ya.